Your man left his phone unlocked and left the room.
Nothing.
You already know what I'm going to do. I'm going through it.
No!
I'm going all the way through it.
Get ready. It's time. Christina, Catherine, Lisa, Amy, and Lauren. Welcome to the Cimorelli podcast.
Hey, I'm Christina.
I'm Catherine.
I'm Amy.
I'm Lauren.
And we're Cimorelli. Welcome back to
The Cimorelli podcast. Hey, guys.
Woo!
Woo! This is episode 195. Woo, 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 woo. My sources did confirm and then tell me it was my number because I was born in 1995. Anyway, thank you to my sources. And today we're going to be playing an interesting game that I'm a little bit I'm curious about. I don't think I've ever actually played this. And I'm a little bit like
game.
It is a game though. Because it's like a sleepover game called entitled What Would You Do If I Leave and Don't Come Back? She's not gonna leave and don't come back. What would you do? So we're gonna have a bunch of random questions,
like random scenarios that we came up with that I don't remember what we came up with.
I don't even know.
It's not like what would you do if
you were a toenail?
Your dog ran away. No, wait. It's not like what would you do? Yeah, wait. It's not like what would you do if you could go to Mars and then your hair was on fire. It's not like a bunch of
It's not like theoretical. It's more
stuff
like
that would really happen.
It's like sticky situations where it's like
dating,
what do you do?
friends, family. I think it was dating and friends mainly.
Yeah.
It's like stuff that could really happen. Like,
so I'm a little nervous, but
Parenting.
I'm excited to. Well, am I excited? I don't know. I'm intrigued to see what the heck we're gonna do. Because
also your shirt is giving me a throwback, and I'm like, we need to do a new one with this logo.
Oh yeah, I wore this because it's the
With the
Cimorelli podcast.
Vintage.
This is also my perfect summer palette right here, kind of. So
were you gonna say it's not if you could have fingernails?
If you could have toes as fingers or fingers as toes.
Wait,
what would you choose?
Wait,
it ain't that.
No,
wait,
toes as long as
Yeah,
fingers and fingers as long as toes. Which one would you choose?
If all of your fingers were as long as your toes.
Ew.
Or your toes were all as long as your fingers.
Oh,
neither, because that's not gonna happen.
Okay, I could do the long toes because my feet are so small.
These fingers are toe length though, of some people's toes.
Well, these are toe length.
Like
everyone's thumbs are.
I will say questions like that give Lauren like actual
you
they
see
give her
range.
a little bit
toe
of anger.
length.
Questions like that give you anger. Like when people do it in Lauren's take, you're like, I don't know. I can't answer.
Like, it's not
There's a
real.
fingernail one though. I wish I could remember.
Would you rather have fingernails on your toes?
No, really long ones. Like fingernails as long as something.
Oh my gosh.
I would just cut them.
I'm so afraid of the fake nails that are like this long. Like, how do you live? When people literally
let's go to our highs and
like,
lows.
Okay.
All right, guys.
It's
so
crazy.
we start off the episode with our highs and lows of the week. Also, by the way, this is a Patreon only episode. If you want to see the full episode, you're going to have to join our Patreon. It's $5 a month. The link's in the description, patreon.com/Cimorelli. And you get all this, plus you get our Monday videos. There's a lot of exclusive content. And there's like an exclusive patron only live stream we do every month, and we always try to tell you guys something that no one else knows, something juicy, or like show you a clip of something.
Kat spoiled the gender like a month beforehand on there. It was a wild
We
time.
have really been doing a good job with those, and there's
It
all
was
this
wild.
old
okay?
series we did, and like Lisa's
Wacky
Wednesdays. That
oh my
alone
goodness.
is worth it. We are going to start posting those on our stories to show you guys what's actually. We're going to start doing this thing called actually showing you what is on Patreon.
I love it.
It's a new thing we're doing in 2024. So, which reminds me that we didn't even post the podcast today. And we have to. We're supposed to post it yesterday.
Guess what? I posted it.
Good.
On multiple platforms.
But we all need to.
And I posted
But we all need
today's
to post
Wacky Wednesday.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, Amy. Let's get into our highs and lows of the week.
Woo!
Okay, I'll start. My low is PMS.
Lame loser. Not you, the PMS.
It's not that interesting, actually. Let me think. My low is that it's... yeah.
Is it?
I guess that's... my low is that it's making me angry. I didn't really have anything that
Rawr.
interesting to say about it.
I feel like you're more like, nothing will ever work.
Hopeless. Yeah, it's actually not making me that angry.
It's more just like exasperated.
Wait, okay. Does
I
that?
would say.
This is a science
Annoyed.
Yeah.
question that you
Irritated.
will
irritable.
love to answer. Does that mean before you start your period, right before, or
Pre.
during?
Pre.
Oh.
The week leading up, because if you look at the graph, you'll see all these
my gosh!
crazy
Why
things
did I
happening.
think that it was all one thing?
You have the
'Cause
week
I think
before,
people
This
think that.
education.
then you have the whatever. Okay,
But
anyway.
you're still
whatever.
sensitive on your period, right?
Only the first day, really, for
So
me.
Sensitive.
Sensey.
Okay, what's my high of the week? Okay, this is a weird high. My high, it's not that weird. My high is that I'm in a Black Eyed Peas phase, and Barrett
That is a high.
Barrett loves
wanna rock right now.
them. Okay, so I was playing that song, and Barrett said, Mommy, what song is this? Whatever. He's like, what are they saying? I want to watch that man. I was like, yes, that's what they're saying. So in the car, I was listening in the car, and he was going, I want to watch that man. I want to watch that man. I want to watch that man. He kept saying that, and it was so funny.
I love it.
And every song I put on by them, he's like, oh, Mommy, what's this song? Mommy, what's this song? So he really
my
likes
gosh.
Boom Boom Pow and that. And
boom, boom, boom.
Let's Get Started. Duh. And I forgot the other one. But anyway, that's my high, is that every morning we do a Black Eyed Peas dance video together. And
That's
it's
so
really
funny.
Dance video?
yes.
Like a workout.
Like
Dance,
whose video?
Grow with Joe.
Oh,
It's
that's
so
fun.
good, actually. It's like the best one. Like everyone should do it. I was thinking like we should do this with the band somehow. I was
It's
like, we
a
should do
good
one song. We should do
workout.
Boom Boom Pow. It's just fun.
Okay.
I love
That
that.
sounds
It's
fun.
really fun.
Aw,
Okay,
cute.
next.
So my low is I don't remember really sleeping last night. I think I probably did
That ain't
a
right.
little bit, but I laid there for hours and it was not fun. I was just like so anxious, but I couldn't figure out, like, it was one of those times where it's not like one thing.
We just can't seem
It was
to
like
win.
all of these things. So I was like, well, it can't be that. It can't be that. I'm not that anxious about that. But I think it was
10
all.
ones making a 10.
yes. So I was just sitting there like I was being
Oh, that's
electrocuted.
totally it.
And I was like, and like having all these scenarios in my head. So I guess that's all the things I was anxious about was all the scenarios that were happening.
That ain't
Until
right.
I literally got up at 6:45 and went on a walk. So I was like,
in the rain?
it wasn't raining.
Oh, good.
So I was like, that will make me sleep. And I came back.
That'll make you sleep?
Yeah. Because it's like when I'm I couldn't sleep because I was super
That'll
anxious.
wake me up.
I was really tired, but I was so anxious. So then when I go on a walk at like 6:45, then it's like I can calm
Such a
down
great
the
time to go for a
anxiety.
walk.
So then I can actually feel like the tiredness. So
Was
then
it
I
too
did
cloudy for a
sleep.
sunrise?
Yes. I did
Boring.
sleep for only like 1 hour after that though. But then I tried longer. So it was just sleep
My life is
deprivation,
just-
anxiety, which that has not happened. It was
Sorry.
my
I was going to say, you should get darker curtains than you have.
Do you have
no,
blackout?
that's not why I couldn't sleep.
Ugh, fine.
I was super anxious, which that hasn't happened to me in a while where it's like I can't sleep all night. So I was just like,
That's tough.
I'm back in the trenches, but I'm like, okay, that doesn't mean that's the rest of my life. It was one night. So that was my low. My high is that it was snowing and then it's not anymore and everything melted. So now I don't feel like I'm
Trapped?
caged like
a
an
cage with
animal
all
with
the
nothing
rats?
to eat, not even meat, you know?
Oh, man. Hang on.
Like,
You
I
guys don't
couldn't-
know what she's referencing?
I don't know what I'm referencing.
I don't either.
It's
Caged like an animal.
Nothing.
it's something that someone sang in our family. Who's sang it?
Did Alex make it
Not
up?
No, I thought that was from like a movie or something.
I don't think
I could see Alex making that up.
Let me ask
Or
Lisa.
I was caged.
Lisa is the historian. She remembers everything.
I feel like
Well, I say
Alex
Amy's
made
the real
that up.
historian.
I don't know. But anyway, my
No,
point
Lisa's
is
so specific.
I felt caged
I'm gonna
by
ask
the
her.
snow because I couldn't go anywhere or do anything because there was snow and ice everywhere. And now it's gone and I feel like I'm free to live again.
I love it.
Love it.
So that's my high.
Love it.
You.
Me, you go, and me, you.
I'll go. Mine are very obvious.
What?
My low is that I was vomiting all
Oh.
day on
That's a
Monday.
low.
It wasn't the worst. Like, I felt pretty okay when I wasn't vomiting. But then obviously I didn't feel that great when I was vomiting.
Yeah, I heard it. It didn't sound great.
Stop. I literally feel so bad because I feel like I just traumatized you two with my illnesses because they're so like disturbing.
It's just when you throw up, it's really loud and you like scream.
I can't do anything quietly.
You scream like in like an exasperated way, like I'm like, oh.
Do you not feel like you're gonna or start fainting when you throw up?
No.
Okay, I definitely.
I throw up all the time.
Aren't you like scared of it?
I'm not
kind
afraid
of.
that.
There's
So
like
maybe
a there's
that's
an official phobia that's like fear of throwing.
Yeah,
I saw that.
whatever.
I don't quite have that, but I kind of do.
Usually, though, ever since I got COVID a few years ago, I've been throwing up when I'm congested. That was like the first time I've ever done that, and then it just continued from there.
Yeah, that happens to me sometimes.
So usually when I throw up, I'm congested, but I wasn't congested, so it was worse. But also easier because I wasn't sick in other ways at the same time.
Oh yeah, you just had like a stomach thing.
Yeah, so maybe that's why I felt a lot easier because I wasn't sick with like a sinus infection at the same time.
Yeah.
But then my high was that I'm not throwing up anymore.
Oh,
That's
not
good.
really a thing.
That is definitely a thing.
No.
Like a thing that
it's a-
happened.
What?
Like what happened this
Christina.
week.
That's a thing. My high is that
You're just saying it was over. You
all
didn't say
I
like
did
something.
this week was lay on the couch for like 4 days straight.
Okay.
I also got charms at Hobby Lobby to
sounds
make a
good.
charm necklace. That was fun.
Okay. that's more
I started
interesting.
rewatching Hawaii 5-0 CBS reboot with the most stunning, gorgeous
Yes,
man
Amy's
alive.
like, Lauren, you gotta see this. I'm like, okay, I don't know.
man.
And then she starts sending me all these pictures. Oh my gosh, this is him holding someone off of a building. Oh my gosh, this is him walking.
Even the way
oh my
that
gosh,
he walks is hot.
Like, okay.
You know, it's great, man. Great, man. So yeah, that's the tea.
Cap.
I feel like I do think that is a high because like
Yeah.
every time I'm sick, I just sit there in my misery and I'm like, I can't wait to be well.
Yes.
And you just fantasize about
Especially
is
when your
running.
stomach hurts.
Give the people more info.
Yeah. I'm just saying
darkness is just the absence of light.
No, I'm trying to give them
See, look at
something
him
more
walking.
interesting.
Very hot.
Amy, I can't look at him, okay?
and I'm sick, I'm like, I can't wait to run, jump, sing,
Yes.
move.
I was like, I
Parkour.
can't wait to be able to eat food.
Even though I probably won't jump, but I'm just excited.
No,
to
I
do
know
it.
what you mean.
So yeah, okay. My low was potty training.
Oh gosh. Yeah, what's the status?
I mean,
Well, you don't need to
it's,
go into it.
it's honestly not like I don't think it's horrible. It's just like it's
It's
a very
tough.
exhausting thing to do, and it's like you can't just sit and like, oh, my child's
Hang
playing
out.
with their toys. Like I can like peruse an article or something like related to me today. I was trying to read this article, and then
You're like
you
a
know
Nyler.
my son had an accident, and I was like, oh dang it! It's like you can't live your life until they're like fully potty trained, which I feel like. The book that we're following, she said it takes like usually about a month for them to actually be like
no.
But you
consistently.
get used to it.
Yeah, there will be a time where I will feel relaxed, but I have no relaxation in my home while they are awake
Your home
from the
is
hours of 7 to 7:30.
taking over, bro. That is tough.
Yeah, so just like I think I'm just completely exhausted, like mentally.
Going through it. Well, doing that at 30 weeks pregnant is a
Yes,
lot.
I know. I'm so annoyed. I'm like, Max, I'm never doing this again.
We're never
I was
doing
like,
this.
why
never
did we
potty
do this
training
when
again.
I am this pregnant? This is a horrible, horrible idea. I just
That
didn't
is
anticipate
tough.
being like, and like having to like go on the ground to clean up. You're like, oh, I can't move. Like,
Oh no.
so yeah, that's just been not fun.
Are
I
you
would,
also obsessed with fruit right now, by the way?
oh, okay. This
Just
is the weirdest
wondering.
thing. Not fruit, but yesterday I had this weird pregnancy craving, and I was like, this is such a pregnancy moment. Okay, so earlier in the day, I was like, I want fries so bad, and I got
Yes.
fries. Thank you. Thank you,
Amen.
William,
Amen.
and Jesus, and
Oh,
I was very
that's
happy.
nice.
And then later, I was making soup, and I was cutting celery, and I like celery, but I've never like craved it, and I was like, this looks so delicious, and I ate 2 full stalks of raw celery. I was like,
Pregnancy.
okay. Like it was so, and I was like, it's so crunchy, so fresh. Like I just like.
There's nothing like being pregnant and wanting fruit, which I don't even like fruit that much. Wanting something, and you're like, you just smell it, and you're
Okay,
like,
honestly, Christina,
and
it
you
might
eat
be
it and you
because
just-
both of your pregnancies was like summertime.
Yeah.
I feel like that was me with the twins because I was pregnant throughout summer. This time in the winter, it's more like
Oh, how is that, by the way?
it's better. It's way better in the winter.
That better
No,
be me.
It's not, well, actually,
Fingers
yeah, I
crossed.
have been craving a lot of salads.
question mark.
It's like
Fingers
salads
crossed.
and like cheese and dairy. Like it's It's not
Salads,
really.
cheese,
I
and
feel like
dairy.
I'm not a big fruit girl like I was last time. I was such a fruit
dairy's
girly.
big thing for me.
I think it's because you're so dang hot in the summer pregnancy that you're like smoothies, like fresh fruit. Like you just want the like
You were
hydration.
first trimester in the summer, right?
I mean, yeah, like I was like morning sickness in like July, August. I was just like, ew, I hate all food, gross.
Yeah.
So
So have you had any weird like cravings?
I mean,
Pregnancy
celery
cravings
apparently.
this time?
That is
No, just
interesting.
food. I'm just hungry. I think as soon as I got into the third trimester, I was just like,
Eating
give me the
good.
food. Ravenous woman.
Well, because isn't the baby gaining like a pound a week or something
I
crazy?
don't know, but it's
Half-
But then
definitely a
also,
lot.
Tanya, this happens in the third trimester. First, I have an appetite increase. Then I have a decrease, I think, because you run out of room.
Yeah,
And then I
yeah.
can't eat as much. And
I
then
was
start
just
to be like,
I was just telling Max
can't
this
eat.
like for the first few weeks, like I'm 31 weeks now. For the first like 2 weeks, I was like, I can't stop eating. I'm so hungry.
You're
And I'm just
ravenous.
honoring my body. But then in the last week, I was like,
It starts
I
to
can
slow
only
down.
eat a little bit, and then I
Yep.
start to get really bad heartburn.
Ooh.
So I have to just like pace myself. But yeah,
Child.
Yeah.
just
it's
little.
so
You just have
odd.
little meals throughout the day. But yeah, that celery, I was like, this is a pregnant
Oh, it's
moment.
such a good feeling.
Yeah. Wow.
So wait, what's your high then?
Oh, my
The
high
celery.
is that
The celery.
not really. My high.
fries?
No, those were a high. My high was that I took my niece to get boba, and it was really fun.
Oh, that
That
was
was
so
cute.
It was a belated like birthday, which we had been having to reschedule for like months.
Her birthday was in September.
I know. We like we had it planned a million times, and then they were getting sick, and then we were getting sick, and it was just like.
That's tough.
But anyway, it was really fun. We went to this really cute little place. It has like the cutest decorations.
Was it just you and her?
Me and her, and we got taro, which she'd never tried. We both of our favorite
Oh, that's why
colors
she was like,
is purple,
when she
and
tried
she saw it, and she was like, "Oh my gosh," because it was purple.
She's
And
so
she's so
funny.
cute. She's 9.
No one goes harder than the purple gals.
Love it.
She's
And then we got
so
the
funny.
strawberry jelly on the
Oh,
inside.
not
Ooh.
the
Oh,
tapioca.
They were out of the tapioca. I don't really like the tapioca.
How did the
love
strawberry do?
it's so
I
good.
love the poppers when they pop. I love it. It was
Yeah,
really
I
good.
like
I'm a
those with
boba.
frozen yogurt.
Ooh, okay.
Yes.
I've never
Those are
tried that.
So
That
good
sounds
with
pretty
frozen
good, though.
yogurt.
I don't know about that.
Love a good froyo. So yeah, that was my high. It was nice
Wow.
to get out of the house and not be thinking about
Cage
potties and
licking
yeah,
and
cleaning up.
Yeah, that's good.
have a conversation.
Yes, with a 9-year-old. Love it. We always have a great time. We really do.
She's
so
great.
funny.
Then we went to the store. We looked at all the squishmallows.
Aww.
You know, things you do.
This episode is sponsored by BetterHelp. So you guys know we talk about therapy all
lot.
the time for literally years.
Every
need it.
day.
We are huge advocates for everyone going to therapy.
You
It
gotta.
has changed literally all of our lives.
Oh my gosh.
It's just so important and so incredible. So the thing is, finding a therapist can be quite the journey. Quitting the therapist and finding a new one, also quite the journey.
Very much.
BetterHelp is a great option here. This is all online therapy, and it's super easy to switch therapists, which I think is a major key. That's going to be a huge
Game changer.
yeah, for a lot of people, because that is one of the hardest. It's like maybe you find someone you're like, I don't know about this, and then you like don't want to go through that process again. It can deter a lot of people. So I really like how this set up. You fill out this questionnaire. It helps set you up with the right person, and then give it a try with that person. And I say this all the time with therapists: you need to try someone out, and if they're not right for you, they're not right for you. Try someone else. I have met plenty of therapists who are just not it for me at all, and then I keep going until I find the right one. And then when you find the right one, it's so valuable. I cannot tell you how much my life has changed because of finding the right therapist. So BetterHelp is a great option if you are thinking about getting into therapy right now, which is probably, a good idea for everyone, just saying.
True.
Just fill out a brief questionnaire, get matched with a licensed therapist, and switch therapists anytime for no additional charge. Visit betterhelp.com/Cimorelli today to get 10% off your first month. That's betterhelp, HELP.com/Cimorelli. Okay, our next sponsor is someone we've literally, I don't want to say worked with, used for years now, and that is Shopify. We are big fans of Shopify. Our merch store, the Cimorelli merch store, is powered by Shopify, so it's so cool that we actually have a sponsor that we've already used before we started working with them. So Shopify is the global commerce platform that helps you sell at every stage of your business. From the launch your online shop stage to the first real life store stage, all the way to the did we just hit 1 million orders stage, Shopify is there to help you grow. And they've been there for us. Whether you're selling scented soap or offering outdoor outfits, Shopify helps you sell everywhere. From their all-in-one e-commerce platform to their in-person POS system, wherever and whatever you're selling, Shopify's got you covered. Shopify helps you turn browsers into buyers with the internet's best converting checkout. 36% better on average compared to other leading commerce platforms.
Agree.
Amen.
Lauren knows the most about our merch stuff because she's the most involved with the merch store. So just saying.
Love Shopify.
Sell more with less effort thanks to Shopify Magic, your AI-powered all-star. Our favorite thing about Shopify is probably just how user-friendly it is. Very simple,
so
straightforward,
easy
clear.
to use. Love it.
That's what you need. Otherwise, there's enough stress when it comes to your own business anyway. Am I right? Am I right, ladies? Am I right?
You're so right.
Shopify powers 10% of all e-commerce in the U.S. Their award-winning help is there to support you every step of the way. Because businesses that grow with Shopify. It's so true. Sign up for a $1 per month trial period at shopify.com/Cimorelli, all lowercase. Go to shopify.com/Cimorelli now to grow your business no matter what stage you're in. Shopify.com/Cimorelli. All right, ladies, it's time for the main topic. This
main
is
event.
What would you do?
Oh my.
Okay,
This is my
here's the
idea.
list. Yeah, if you hate it, blame Lauren.
Let's see what we would do, gals.
All right. So I'm going to say a thing, a scenario. What would you do if, and then we're just going to see what we say.
Okay.
All right, here we go. What would you do if your man left his phone unlocked and left the room?
Nothing.
You already know.
Literally nothing.
You already know what I'm going to do.
What?
I'm going through it.
No.
I'm going all the way through it.
No.
I'm
You
going
don't
through
touch
all of
their
it.
phone.
I am such a snoop. However,
Snooping gets you hurt.
I have learned that at least, okay, at a certain point with my sisters, I was like, I ain't snooping on them
Oh my
anymore.
gosh.
Oh
it's
my-
I
disturbing.
stopped.
gosh.
Yeah, you just don't want to know.
Yeah.
So I've learned there's some things you just don't want to know. But look, if it's sitting right in front of me,
Like-
I would call that a sign. It's called meant to be.
my God.
no,
But
that's
like
not
every
a sign.
time. Anytime that happens, you're going through it. Or
Yeah, I'll
just once.
peruse like, oh, wonder who you're talking to.
Oh
little
my
peruse.
gosh.
Why not?
If someone went through
Wait,
my phone, I
are we
would
saying
combust.
boyfriend, husband, fiance? Why, Amy? I've gone through your phone so many times.
Ew.
'Cause you give me your phone.
Okay, don't
And
go
I'm like,
through it.
No, I'm not going through it, but I'm like going to do something on it. And
Okay,
you literally
that's
tell
different.
Amy tells everyone the password.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like
Amy has nothing
I also
to
have
hide.
nothing to hide, but I
So
am
why would you combust?
deeply protective
private.
of my
Yeah,
privacy,
I know
my
it's
privacy.
it's good to say that privacy is really important. You should value other people's privacy. I know that's good, but I'm being honest.
Here's the thing, though.
I am curious.
Here's the thing.
I'm just
The
being honest.
only not workaround. The only thing is like if they have their text come up on their Apple Watch that they wear,
Then what?
what's a guy to do? You will see them so often. You will see their texts when they come up on their Apple Watch. So that's the only way that I snoop, but really I don't.
Curiosity. Well,
Killed every
I
cat.
always have to tell myself curiosity killed the cat. I say that to myself a lot.
I am like a one and done with that, where it's like I will do it once.
Wait, are we saying boyfriend,
In the relationship.
fiance, husband?
Well,
Yeah,
I never had a
we didn't
husband
say that.
or a fiance.
Not
If it was a
random.
boyfriend, would I?
Yes, you would.
Did I have a
Yes.
yes? So yes.
I'm like, it's like I do it like once, but I'm scared though, because I'm like, I don't want to like see something personal like about someone else who was talking to him.
Yeah.
But it's like
Yes.
my boyfriend was not really like chatting it up in the texts with anyone about anything
My
that
ex
like
was.
serious
Okay,
or
well, see,
personal.
that's why you're going
So,
to his phone.
Like all the texts are like, hey man, oh yeah, this time, what? Like it's not that.
So you took a peek.
Yeah, I did.
Boring.
But I'm not like, oh, gotta check again. I'm like, okay. Like, I'm apprised of what's going on.
yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
more of a, like, I look over the shoulder, like, what you doing?
I'm looking over the shoulder.
But sometimes you just look over the shoulder, not on purpose, just because you see a light and you're like, oh, they're on their phone.
On purpose.
No, like you want to read it.
I look at
I
Max's phone
never.
all the time, just out of like, not out of like, what is he? Who is he talking? He's literally texting like a
I just
coaching.
wanna
client.
know.
curious.
But I'm just like, oh, whatever.
Or
I'm
their
just
texts
curious.
come up on their CarPlay while you're driving and you see them.
So what
So
would you
no?
do?
No, absolutely not.
Amy believes in privacy,
I
which is
believe
good.
firmly in privacy.
I wish that I believed in it.
I mostly do.
Yeah, I would say, okay, I think for me, it's like if I was like dating, I feel like looking at their phone, at least my view is that if I am looking at their phone, it's either that I'm feeling suspicious because something's off, or I just have a lack of trust in humanity in general, and I'm
Yeah, I
projecting my
do
view
have
of
that.
people are not trustworthy.
Yeah.
But I will say that I feel like most of the guys that I dated were like pretty like, well, okay, no, that's not true. Okay, wait, let me reframe that. Most of them were pretty like decent guys, and like pretty trustworthy for the most part.
So you're not looking.
But I just feel weird. I'm like, what if, like, I always
know,
think,
it
what if that
feels
person
wrong.
like walked in and you're looking at their phone? It's like,
Then you're
It's
just
like, oh, it's just
If someone was looking at my phone and I walked in, I
Just
would
like, just
have
looking.
a fit.
okay. For
know.
me, it's
Yeah,
more like
I
I
don't-
just want to take one peek just through the iMessage app, just a
Just get an
little scroll
idea.
of who is texting. I don't need to read all the convos. I just want to like just take one peek to just know.
Listen,
I want to see
Who are you talking
TBH.
to?
I want to see just everything.
Yeah,
I just want to
You
know,
were
like, what do you do?
I want to crawl
wanna know-
into your ear and be in your
I wanna
brain.
know,
Imagine
what
I was in your
what are
ear.
you looking at
That's
on
Christina.
Safari?
What's your search history?
oh my god!
I didn't say I looked- I didn't say
That
I okay. I didn't say
if
I
someone
did that.
looked at my
said
Safari,
I
I'd be
want
like,
to.
that, mainly it's like medical Googles, but like, that is personal.
Yeah, so then
I
it's
would
like
be so
you
mad.
feel like you really know them.
Don't you know
but,
them already?
but don't you ever like Google stuff that's so embarrassing
I
and just
will
like
say,
vulnerable that
though-
you're like, I don't really want anyone to know that I was like,
Oh, I
will
feel like
say
Nick
that
could
the
know
Apple
that.
Watch texts do tell on you. They do.
Well, yeah, and
Because,
people
like,
know that though. Like,
I
yeah.
have had like a sitch where someone got a text from someone and then was like, "Oh, I'm gonna go to this thing." Someone asked me if I was going, but it was not the person that texted and that they said that's where they were going.
Because you would see it.
And then I was like,
Wait, did they
why
say
did
it was a
lie?
guy,
They're
but it
like,
was
"Oh,
really a girl?
yes,
Now that's sketchy.
It was weird, and I never
Yeah.
I didn't do anything about it because I was like, that's strange.
yeah.
But I was like, why would you lie? I
Also,
didn't say
I
that,
feel
but
like
was
I just have a personal policy of like, just in general. Well, maybe this is with my husband. So it's probably different if you're dating, but like, I pretty much always just tell my husband if any man texts me about anything, I'm just like my friend's husband. I don't even know. He probably was gonna. I think he was asking me about like a birthday thing for his wife. But it's like I'll be like, oh, he texted me, just so you know. I just like, and he doesn't even. It's not like he asked me to do that. I just feel like it. It's
Just
me being
open.
proactive of
Yeah.
like building this sense of trust of like I'm not
they
gonna
don't have
talk.
to snoop through your phone.
Which I don't think he would anyway, and I don't have a desire to snoop through his. It's like we definitely really trust each other. It's just like I feel like I'm going a step ahead to show that I am trustworthy. Like if a man texts me, you will know because I will tell you before.
Somehow, I
Okay.
still
Yeah.
trusted this man though, even though he lied to me.
How did you trust
Wait,
him?
you
Yeah,
trusted
I
him
trusted
after
him.
that?
That would send me.
That's
into-
called putting on the rose-colored glasses.
Yes,
That would set
I
me
did.
off.
Well, yeah.
But I would say something.
I
I'd be
didn't
like,
know.
I
I've
just-
never had that experience before, so I was like, maybe
Yeah.
it's not that deep.
No, that's
Yeah, that's
well,
okay.
Yeah.
That's
I guess
you
maybe
learn
it
of
is
them
deep.
lying that a girl asked him to come sing and saying it was a guy.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's weird.
That's weird.
it was deep, but I didn't think about
All right,
it.
let's go to the next one.
It's
I
just
wish.
a weird situation.
I wish that I was one of those people who's like, oh, privacy. Maybe one day I will.
Maybe one day.
It's more. I would say it's more trust.
Like to
I don't trust
be
anyone.
open.
Yeah.
Like,
okay.
can't we just know
Value
each other?
openness.
But you should just tell him, like, hey, I would love to
Okay,
go through your
next,
phone.
let's move on.
And if that sounds weird to you, maybe you should examine that.
All right, next one is. This isn't very detailed. What would you do if your friend dated your crush? What does that specifically mean? If your friend wanted to date, your friend went on a date
Is
with
dating your crush?
your friend. Well, what's the what would you do part?
How do you react?
Your friend, you just found out your friend went on a date with your crush.
Well, this
Wait,
happened to me
She's not
many
my friend
times.
anymore.
that they
Bye.
knew was
This happened to me a lot, and I just shut up. I'm just like, whatever. Clearly, they don't like
that
me.
they knew was your crush.
No, they didn't know.
Oh,
So
well,
it's just
that's
like they
That's
don't know.
that's very different.
Okay,
If
those
it's
are
someone that
two,
you've been
yeah.
gushing about to a friend and then suddenly
Oh,
they're
that's
dating
never
them,
happened to me.
that's a snake.
And then they're gonna hang out with them, and like
That
when
has
you're
never
there,
happened to me.
Yeah, I don't think
then
that's
you
ever
have to
happened
be around
to me.
your crush.
I
and your
think that I
friend
would
who
just
they
be like,
That always happens in the movies, but
I would
not
just
in
be
real
like,
life.
evacuate the dance floor.
That one's kind of obvious. Let's go to the next one.
Yeah.
I just sail
Okay.
into the sunset for a while.
Someone reprimanded your child in public.
Absolutely not. You're not speaking to my child.
Guys,
No.
this
I don't
happened to me
know.
the
It
other
depends
day.
on who it was and what they said.
Yeah, I don't know what I would do.
You go around reprimanding other people's children in public?
No.
No, so you're not going to reprimand
Guys, this
mine.
happened to me the other day at church, and I was furious. I mean, I probably was being dramatic, but my son is 2 years old. What do
Yeah.
you expect? He's literally 2. He was being rambunctious in church because that's what 2-year-olds do. He's not a robot. And this lady behind us, she seemed nice. Like, and I told my husband I was really annoyed afterwards, and I think he was like, "Oh, I thought she seemed nice." And I was like,
Oh, I hate that.
but she did seem nice, but then he was standing on his chair, and then he kind of like fell a little bit, but he didn't get hurt. He kind of just like slipped a little. And then he stood up again, and then she was like, "Sit down." Good. And then she said, "Good boy." And then her son next to her said, "He's a dog." And I was like, "What? My son is not a dog." I was sitting there fuming, and I was at church, and I was like, "This woman, do not talk to my child." I was so angry, but I didn't say anything or do anything because I'm like, I don't want to I don't know. She didn't do anything after that. I might have like grabbed him and brought him over because like he was over by my husband, so I might have like grabbed him over to my side and been like, "Don't talk to my child." But it just infuriated me to the core.
So you just take him away, not
Yeah.
say anything.
Yeah. I don't want to give them the pleasure.
I'm more like, give them a look. If someone said that, I would just give them a look like,
A look is
what?
always good. Then they
But
wonder
then,
what you
like,
meant.
if it was like more than that, I don't know because I'm not really like that good with like confrontational situations. Like, I might just be like, okay, relax, and like take my child away. Like, okay, that's
Knowing
not
myself,
what we're doing.
I get pretty.
But I don't know. I'm not a mother.
I wouldn't say anything if it was something that I agreed with.
Okay.
It has to be something that really would make me
The only
mad
time
for me to say
yeah,
something.
I feel like the only time you could say something, in my opinion, or else if I would say something, is like if a child was doing something dangerous, I'd be like, "Oh, you should get down from there." And
Yeah.
if there wasn't their
Yeah,
parent
that's-
clearly
Like, I feel
around,
like I'd just be like,
or
it's
if
fine.
my child
Like,
was hurting another child, then they could be like, "Get away." But other than that, I don't know why my child would be hurting.
Yeah,
another
if it's
child.
like
I
a
don't have
safety
child, but-
thing. I
I'm
get
probably
that.
not going to say, yeah.
But if
I would
they're
just think-
overstepping, like trying to like be like, oh,
Parents.
your child needs to behave better when they're just being a kid.
If
It's like,
they said-
I would just be like,
I'm not gonna
it's
say
fine.
anything.
It's fine.
If
Like,
your child-
relax.
I'm just going
It's
to
not your
remove
child.
them. I'm not going to say anything. I would have to be really mad, like Joey with that flight attendant. It has to be something like that where I'm actually going to say something.
I
It
don't.
has to be something that like infuriates
I
me.
would just be like, yeah, I would give them a scathing glare and then go away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
Okay,
just- you can't
next.
do that.
Love it.
Oh no.
You hit someone's car, but there was no damage.
Bye.
You need to
Drive away.
Tell
But
it.
how do you know if there's no damage? Because there's
Because
interior.
you looked with your eyes.
No, but just because you didn't damage the outside, it doesn't mean you can damage the engine. You
That's
know?
true. That's true.
I feel like you should say
Ah.
something.
But like, if I barely hit someone, like
If
just
it was very
barely,
slow
it's like
and just very slight, and you look and there's absolutely no sense of anything,
I guess you should still even know.
you should.
I would call Nick and be like, "What should I do?" And then whatever he said, I would do that.
I would call Nick as well.
That's what I would do.
I would call many people. Well,
I would
okay.
just feel the vibe.
I'd start with calling I would start with calling my mother and my father because they would tell me what to do well. But in reality, you are supposed to leave a note.
I think I've done this before, unfortunately.
You're supposed to leave a
like
note
just a tiny
with like your
little
information.
tap. But
Yeah,
nothing
I was gonna say.
happened.
I think I did
A tiny
like,
tap, come
make
on.
contact
Like-
with a car in a parking lot when I was backing out.
Yeah.
Like, but it wasn't like I hit it. Like it was like I felt the touch
Yes.
of it.
Yeah.
But it wasn't like I slammed into it.
Yeah, it was
So-
just
and
like,
I
look
was
for
going so
damage?
slow.
I don't-
There wasn't any visible damage, and it wasn't like I was going fast.
So you did this.
So I didn't
Yeah.
like because I was like I think I literally just touched it, but it didn't like smash it.
See, that's the thing.
my
If I hit a
gosh.
car, I hit a car.
I think there's a difference between
That's
hitting
the
your car
problem.
and touching
That's
your
why
car.
when I hit the car, I hit the car.
Like, it's just like I can't. There's no getting out of it. I don't hit cars on the reg.
Oh yeah, I don't hit a car unless I'm totaling it.
Yeah, that's really the tea here.
Oh my
That's
gosh.
the only thing I
Like
do.
genuinely, like there was one time where I rear-ended someone, but we were like there was no damage, so it was fine. But I still like hit the car, and you hit the like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I've never hit a car when no one was around.
Mhm.
I think it's because I'm like so paranoid that I take like 78 points getting out of anywhere.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
Okay, your friend gets a new haircut and it looks really bad.
Oh,
I feel like this happens all the time.
Yeah.
That's
I feel like
tough.
people always do hair stuff where I'm like,
Yeah, we know.
We do know.
I feel like I would just try not to, like, unless they directly asked, I think I wouldn't say anything. I'd be like, oh, do you like it? Like, I would just not, because I hate, like, the thought of, like, lying to them. But I wouldn't tell them, oh, it's ugly. Because it's like, what if they like it?
I go, oh my gosh, you cut your hair.
Yeah,
Yeah.
or something neutral. Yeah.
That's what I say.
I say like, wow.
Oh my gosh, you love it? Oh, that's so great. That's what I say.
I don't really think that I've had many instances where I see someone do something to their hair and I'm like, oh, that is so bad. So I'm usually just like, oh, good
Yeah,
for
I
you.
honestly don't feel like I've thought that many times. I'm just kind of like,
Because most people
let's
don't
be
do
real.
anything that crazy.
I don't know that they cut or dyed their hair.
Yeah, you don't know.
They have to tell me.
You literally don't know.
So
well, and I'm like, if the person likes it, it doesn't bother, it doesn't affect
Yeah,
me.
no, it doesn't matter if
yeah.
I like it.
So I was like, oh, cute. I would just say,
If
oh,
they
cute.
asked me, I'd be like, I don't think it's your best look, but like,
After
It's not
they
bad.
got the cut, you would tell me.
if they asked me,
Do you think this is a good haircut on me?
I
That
would be,
just
I'd be
got,
like,
that I love.
yeah,
that I'm
it's
so excited
it's like
about.
I don't know if
They're
it's the number one best haircut, but it's fine. Like it's good.
Well,
it's fine.
and if they're asking you, I feel like they're doubting
Christina,
it.
who's asking me about their haircut?
Nobody.
Thinking I'm gonna be like,
Nobody.
Yeah,
Like-
Lauren, you're the approval. You are the customs gate for my haircut. Like, please tell me.
But if I feel like they're really fragile, though, I might kind of lie. I'll be like, oh yeah, it's good.
I just like
'Cause I don't wanna
people
be
don't
mean.
ask.
I'm also like, hair grows back. Whatever. Like, do what you want to do with your hair.
Yeah.
It's cute.
Okay, you wore an outfit, and then you saw your friend the next day, and she was wearing it.
That has never happened to me in my entire life.
That's
but
never happened to me.
It's happened to me multiple
Lisa, that was my
times.
entire childhood doing that to her. But I don't remember. I think it was so traumatizing
Well, you
that
were
I
like,
blocked
weren't
it
you
out.
like 6 years old?
No, I was probably older than that. Like
How old were you?
preteen.
It's still like you're 12.
I think I
Oh my
probably
gosh,
blocked
you're
out
10.
the deep shame.
Okay, but
And if anybody did that to like, I don't think I'm a fashion
of our
person
nieces
that
doing
anyone
that
would copy anything
when they're that
from.
young.
So
Yeah, I don't know why anyone copied me, but that happened to me. I don't know
So
why.
what'd you do? Did you say something?
I got the ick.
Oh, okay.
It's happened with two of my friends, different times, and I was like, she's obsessed with me, and I was so freaked out. Even though like one I was really close friends with, one I was close friends with, and I like get scared when a friend wants to get too close to me, or anyone wants to get too close to me. I'm like, stay back. So I was really freaked out. I was so freaked out. So I started distancing myself a little bit both times.
LMAO.
You know what? I feel like I have had friends like take on traits of me, but I take it as a compliment where like they do start wearing things that I would wear and like, oh my gosh, like you wear this and I'm wearing it. I'm like, cute. But
Yeah,
if
I think
literally
that's cute.
if I wore an outfit and then the next day she's wearing the exact same outfit, I'd be like, oh my gosh, that's literally what I was wearing yesterday. Like I would say that.
I would never say
this
that.
is too cringe for me.
I would die of shame.
I would just flee the country.
I would.
I
I'd
can't
be like,
handle
did
it.
you realize that? This is the same
Why
thing
is it
that
too
I wore.
cringe?
It's so awkward.
It is really odd.
Like
I
being,
don't think it's that
being
awkward.
called out for that is so cringe to me. I'm
I
like,
didn't say anything.
No, don't call them out. Don't call
I
them
just
out.
can't. I'm like, oh, this is
It
too
just
much.
triggered me
It's like
so much.
traumatizing to be called out for that.
Also, I feel like I'm not friends with people
Well,
like that.
you did it publicly, so.
But the two people who did
Well,
that,
I don't do that.
they aren't even like the people who are like
Simping?
So no, they definitely were, but they aren't the two. They aren't the people that are like what? Do you
Like
know what I'm trying to say?
emotionally
Who are like
that? Or, like,
really in your face. They're not
harassment,
even
yeah.
like that.
They're just
I
like
think they're like behind the scenes like that, but they're
That's
like
kinda
introverted
scary.
and like
That's like stalker.
they're not like, hey,
vibes.
want to hang out, want to hang out. They're just like,
It's like I'm outside your window.
yeah,
but
they
you
weren't
don't
like
know.
that. They weren't like that, but it still
That's
freaked
what
me out.
it's giving.
scared.
No,
Okay,
I don't think
next.
so.
Wait, I feel like this is obvious. You saw your friend's boyfriend cheating on.
You have to tell them. You have to tell them.
Oh, would you tell them?
Yeah.
You have
I would
to
take
tell
a
them.
picture.
Yes,
Absolutely.
get the receipt.
I would go. Okay,
Get the receipt.
I would definitely go up to him, 100% in the moment. What would you do?
Okay, wait.
Go up to him?
Yeah.
So like you're out and
100%.
about or something, and you see
I'd
your
call her and
friend's
be like, "Wait a minute,
man
you're still dating
with
whatever his
a
name
girl.
is." Yes. Okay.
What if it's his cousin who's in town?
Well, that's why I go up to him and be like, "Hey, who is this?"
oh no.
I don't think I would go up to him. No.
Do you go up to them?
I would just
100%.
I would just be like, oh, hey.
Wait, I'm so friendly. I definitely would.
Yeah, you would.
Well, it depends on like what, are you going out of your way, or is like they're about to
Yes,
cross your path?
I wouldn't be out of my way. I'd be like, hey,
Oh,
what you doing?
Yeah, I think
after I took a
would-
stalker pic.
I
And then
would
you can
take a
catch his vibe if
picture.
you talk to him too. If he's like,
And I'd be like, hey, girly.
Because it could be. Because, like, what are you seeing them doing is the question here. too.
holding hands with another
Oh,
girl.
yeah,
no.
that- no,
well,
that's
then
the
that's
kiss.
over. You take a picture and you just send it to your friend. And you're like, sorry, girl, it's done.
It's done.
This is not your man's.
Well,
this man's is for the
she
world.
could choose to stay
We
with
are
him.
the world.
Guys, all of these situations, I'm cringing so hard. I just can't.
so
I
hard.
hate-
What would you do?
I would definitely tell my friend because
that's so
because I
sad.
always think about what would it be like if I didn't tell them, and they said to me, "You didn't tell me," and you saw.
Yeah.
So
Also,
I
what
would
would it be
tell
like
them.
for you if they didn't tell you?
Oh yeah, I feel like it's a loyal. Like you gotta tell.
I
them.
would be
Yeah.
more offended by that, I think.
Yeah.
More offended by that than being
But I
cheated
would
on.
not approach them. I'm like, I'm not getting in the middle of this.
Yeah, no
I am not
approaching.
confrontational enough to do that.
You saw someone stealing from the grocery store. This is I'm blind.
Oh
I'm
my
blind.
gosh.
I'm sorry.
I'm not watching. I'm
I'm
not doing
scared.
anything. If
Oh.
someone's stealing, I'm not interfering because I don't want.
Well, that's
them
what all the
to-
cameras are for.
Well,
I don't want any crazy behavior from anyone. I don't know what kind of mental
Well,
state they're
also
in.
they like stores like Target and Walmart track you when you steal.
Yeah, that's not my
And
job.
like they wait until you get over a certain amount of money that you've stolen from them, so they can get
Oh,
you with
so
the
they-
higher penalty.
Whoa, that's
So don't be stealing.
I
Oh, that's a
think
good one.
depending on my vibe, I would look at them and be like, I
I
can
see you.
see
I'm
you're
not looking
stealing.
at them.
Or I
I'm
would
like,
just
I
be
don't
But
like
like,
also, like with grocery prices this high,
Yeah, I'm like,
I
I, don't
get
see
it.
you. I don't know what's going
I
on.
get it.
Well, they're not
it
stealing
depends
groceries.
on my vibe. Yeah.
If they're stealing grocery, you said
Actually, I
grocery
think
store.
I for sure have seen someone stealing before. I think it was
Yeah.
just like a teenage girl stealing makeup.
I might
No,
tell
don't
an
steal.
employee like, hey, I don't know, but I because then I think I would also question like, did I really see that? Like, I don't know.
Okay, actually, yeah.
I don't want to like unjustly accuse someone, but I'm like, if I'm very sure, I think I would tell an employee because I'm like, I'm not gonna go to some unhinged person
I would
that I don't know
definitely tell an employee actually.
and
now
be
that you
like,
say
I
that.
saw this.
I'm not
I'd be like,
stealing.
I just saw that, and that was not it. Sorry, I'm a narc.
Staying out of it.
Yeah, I just feel like if what's that quote? It's like if injustice happens and you don't like do anything or something,
Yeah,
then you are.
it's tough.
Participating
Unless
or
they're
whatever.
stealing eggs, because eggs are expensive.
Oh my
Yeah,
gosh!
I can
The
support
prices
that.
definitely went down.
Not at Publix. It's like $11 for
What?
like organic.
I just saw they were like
cage-free
$5.
eggs.
Pasture raised, not
Pasture
cage-free.
raised.
Yeah, the
are
normal
like
eggs are
9
normal.
or $10
Okay.
at Publix. I'm
I don't know.
dead
If
serious.
I'm grocery shopping, this has happened multiple times, and I miss a small item like a greeting
you go
card.
back and pay.
I'm
for
going
it.
back to
You
pay
gotta
for
go
it.
back and pay
I
for
feel
it.
so like I am not going to be a thief and
I can't.
steal.
I've never missed
card.
that
Okay,
item.
here's the thing.
like,
I
like you
missed
never
an,
had like I found like a chapstick that like
I
fell
missed
to the back
an
of your
ELF or an ELF or ELF, whatever you call them, brush that I got at the grocery one, so I had to go back and pay for it.
I
can't.
always
time-
go back.
I went to Walmart, and you know they have like the displays that are right next to where you're bagging. It was self-checkout. So I accidentally knocked an entire display into my bag. It was like this
my
many
gosh.
things. An entire display of car air fresheners. The whole thing in somehow, which I don't even want.
So
I don't even use
awkward.
those. I don't want them. I didn't want them. And I didn't realize until I got home. But I was like,
Wait,
it's-
they were all just in your bag.
I
was
would
like,
go
it's too
back.
late.
I would give them back.
Yeah, I was like, I
that's-
never go to Walmart. It's too late. I can't do
That's
this.
hard because you didn't do that on purpose. You weren't purposely stealing.
No, I
but
didn't even
I
use
just,
them.
I don't know.
The moral dilemma.
I would give them back because I wouldn't want them.
Yeah.
I would drive back.
But then I would feel worried that if I went back, it sounded like I was lying. Like, oh, these accidentally fell in my bag. Like,
What are they gonna do?
Cameras.
They don't
Yeah, they
care.
have cameras.
They're just like, thanks for returning all these.
Yeah, I don't think they care that much about the air fresheners.
Thanks for listening to the Cimorelli podcast. To hear the rest of this episode, join our Patreon at patreon.com/Cimorelli, where we post every episode in full. You can also watch all of our past seasons and Patreon-only episodes when you become a patron.
You've been listening to the Cimorelli podcast. Follow Cimorelli on Spotify and subscribe on YouTube. You can also find Cimorelli on Facebook and Instagram.